Hi again then guys, and welcome to episode 23 of Dirtmasters Unplugged, the Fusion Tune custom build or replica build series between Dirtmasters and also special projects, where we take vehicles which are not featured in the game as rally cars, but turn them into competitive rally-based machines. And in this particular episode, we have taken the premium spec Mazda FC Shape RX-7. This is the GT6, which is a 25 grand premium car, so you get that fully detailed interior and pretty decent body modifications, and we're turning it into a pretty impressive and highly capable actually Gr.B spec rallying machine. Now this is not a replica of a real car. There was a rallying version of the RX-7, but it wasn't of the FC generation, it was a previous generation. So this is not a replica, it's a custom build. As far as the visual tuning, I haven't really done all that much to it. I've fitted the chin splitter, the flat floor, and painted it white. And that's about it overall, so there's no real need to go over to the visual tuning garage. So we'll go straight over to the mechanical garage for the tune setup, and then take it out to the dirt track to see what it can do. Now, as far as the specs on this car, I wanted to try and keep it as close and as relevant as possible to what would be its rivals on the game, such as the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo, the Peugeot 205 Evo, etc. So we've kept the specs of this car to a similar standard as those vehicles. Obviously when those vehicles aren't tuned, that is. Now I've gone for dirt tyres because of course we're using it on a gravel track. For the brakes, I've increased the front balance to 6, reduced the rear to 4. For suspension, we've increased the ride height to 120 front and rear. Springs we've got on 4, dampers on 3, anti-roll on 4, camber on 2.5, neutral toe. For the gearbox, an auto setting of 149. Then for the individual gears, we've got 3.7, 2.6, 1950, 1525, 1250 and 1050. With a final drive of 3.5. For the diff, the lowest initial torque, the highest acceleration sensitivity, and a braking sensitivity of 15 on this particular one. We do have an oil change on this car, and obviously it's not a real model, so you can go for whatever specs you want. But as I said, I wanted to keep it PP relevant and also Group B relevant. So we've got the Stage 3 engine tune, sports computer, race exhaust, race manifold, race cat, high RPM turbo and intake tuning, so everything in other words, and then reduce the power down to 459 horsepower. We've got the full weight loss package and a 44 kilo ballast just to bring us down to that 550 pp level. We've put that all the way to the back of the car to even up the weight distribution as well, so that the car doesn't oversteer too much. And that's it for the mechanical setup. So now let's finally take it out to the dirt track to see how it performs as a rally car. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this car could quite easily turn out, or have turned out, to be useless as a rally car. You can never really tell with a rear-wheel drive car whether it will or won't be good. But as it turns out, happily with this car, it makes an excellent rear-wheel drive rally car. In fact, one of the best to go for if you have to make a choice. In fact, to be completely honest, I would actually recommend this as a rear-wheel drive rally car over some actual rear-wheel drive rally cars that are already on the game. I would certainly recommend this car over, for instance, the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo, because this car is so much cheaper and actually copes with the all-wheel drive much better than the Renault. So if you decide to use this Group B style build for the RX-7, obviously, I hope you find it fun and, of course, competitive if you actually use it for rallying. And that's it for this build. So if you'd like to keep up with builds like this, replicas and custom tunes as soon as they come out, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.